One connection can allow somebody to make millions and millions of dollars through like the rest of their years and their kids' right? So it's hard to put a price on that.
I think the biggest thing was the spark it gave me, and the perspective shift was just massive.
I never even thought about it before I went to the first one, and then I came in, they're like, oh yeah, you can buy a business and cash for like $10,000 a month, and then just kind of the switch went off in my head. I was like, I gotta buy a business.
Let's go. Arrived. We're ready for the deal maker.
Yo, so it's 8:27. We got 30 minutes to start. I just got downstairs, so we're headed to the event. It's gonna be crazy. 30 more minutes and it's all going down. See you soon.
Hey, so we're in Tampa for Dealmaker Live 3-day event. We're going to get started in literally like 2 minutes. It's going to be absolutely amazing. This is the first formal time he and I have come together with that combined 55 years of deal making. He came to my event in Vegas last year. I came to his event in Atlanta. And I thought, dude, let's do it together.
It's insane not to.
All of that stuff. Yeah. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. And the coolest thing is, so I've been doing this is my 4th year now doing these. Like literally, they've been the same content, my content. I've changed it a little bit. This event, he's bringing 50% new content. Like some of the stuff I haven't seen yet. I can't even wait to see his stuff.
Yeah, I know, it's incredible. The room's like buzzing. We got a lot of the sub 2 guys here. Some of my protege mastermind members are here as well. We're going to be giving out deal awards and tombstones and all this like crazy stuff. It's like, I'm really, really excited. I've been awake since 4 a.m.
This is going to be like the sickest mastermind we've ever had. I mean, this is crazy. So check back in throughout the event. We're going to like just give you updates.
Yeah, let's go blow their minds. Yep. All right, guys, see you soon.
Deal makers, what's up? Hey!
So this past event was pretty crazy. It was the first time we did an event outside of Atlanta. So it wasn't just my event. It was mine and Carl Allen's event, and me, Carl Allen, Chris Moore, and you all did this event together. So it was a lot cooler because we had a special guest. You know, we kind of split up the time. We came up with new content that we haven't had before, and people just loved it. It was like, you know, everyone I talked to was like, holy shit, this is the best event I ever went to. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, so like going into it, because of what you said, like first one out of Atlanta, first one where we have new content, new speakers, new partners. I mean, the whole thing is different. Like it was as if we never done it before, like, you know, as close to that as possible. Yeah. So like initially before the event started, like people are trickling in to the room. I'm kind of nervous. And then as everyone is seated down and you guys get up on stage and start doing your guys' thing, it was like all that went away because like the energy in the room was insane. Like everybody was so excited to be there. And as soon as that happened, like it's like the weekend was amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
the other first thing that we did for the first time at this event, we actually had like an MC. So we had Pat Hilton at that event.
Yeah.
And that was the first time we ever really had an MC like that there. So that changed the dynamics as well. And because it was a bigger event, we figured it was better to have somebody and try it.
I think also too, like at the end of the first day, everyone was already like, oh man, like I've gotten so much value out of this event. There was like 2 whole days afterwards. Yeah. But at that point, everybody was like, I don't even understand how it could get better.
Yeah, I mean, people were like, at the end of day one, were like, holy crap, this is like 100 times better than I thought. How do you guys only charge what you charge? Doesn't even make any sense. The value you gave and the stuff that you did, because we went all out. Like we don't care. We're spending, we wanted to be the best event that exists. 100%. So yeah, day one was absolutely insane. And yeah, I mean, no one thought it could get better, but I kept telling people, I guarantee you day 2 is gonna get better, and then it's just gonna keep getting better and better, and they're like, how, it's impossible. Yeah. So yeah, that was day 1 in a wrap up.
Yeah.
Oh, at the end of day 1 was really cool because after the event was over, we went to a couple places actually. We went to a business that I own with your dad. It was Bury the Hatchet in Tampa. And then of course we own that shopping center as well. We bought that shopping center. So we got to talk a little bit about it. And it actually has an apartment on top, which is kind of cool. So that was just the beginning of it. People love that. But then we're like, you know what? We took everybody from there and we went to Dave & Buster's. And literally, we all had dinner. It was great. We networked for hours and hours. Everyone just had a blast. It was like the perfect ending to the day.
100%. Yeah, no, day 1 was dope. Day one was awesome.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
This is a deal that Kevin Cho locked up. He closed the deal with the seller. Then he partnered with Abraham Gray to do the deal. And they're selling it to Kyle Frizzell. And my wife, Love Saza, is transaction coordinating the entire deal. And now here's the best part. They're doing a closing at the conference live. Everyone's making money on this deal. It's awesome. Guys, follow Abraham Gray on YouTube. He does deals live.
Hey guys, so day 2 was just over. Well, it's not really over. It's now we're going to dinner and we're gonna have a blast and have a good time. We're gonna network. And Pace just got in town. We're gonna meet him at dinner. We're gonna take a ton of pictures, have a lot of fun.
It's been absolutely amazing. We've got another day tomorrow. My buddy Pace MORBY is live on stage. It's been an incredible weekend so far. We've got one day left to go. The Dealmakers, I love you guys. I can't believe that we've built this incredible community. I love you all so much, but let's go and do some
Dealmaker, what's up?
So we needed to like blow people's minds even more because everyone was like, nah, this is awesome. We kept telling people, dude, it's gonna keep getting better. So what was special about day 2 was we actually got a bigger space. The space we had at day 1 was cool, but we were able to open it up and have a lot more space and a lot more seating. And we actually had extra people come, more people that were guest speakers and stuff like that. But on top of that, day 2 was also the day that everyone put their swag on, everyone got their shirts on. We took some group pictures. And day 2 was the day that we got into the meat of everything, right? In day 1, we kind of, it was appetizers and a little bit of meat, but like day 2 was like meat after meat after meat after meat. I mean, if you were a vegetarian, you probably didn't like that day, but like literally this was like teaching you everything you needed to know about business buying. So people were just like, they were like, holy crap, I didn't know you could do all this stuff.
Yeah. Day 1, I always like think is like the day where everybody's like impressed with the event and like loves the content or like, man, this is awesome. Day 2 is when they're like, oh shit, this is like life changing. Like this is the shit that like I'm gonna go back home and I'm gonna be thinking about and wanting to implement to do and change my life. Like this is the day where all that happens. Like it's cool.
100%. So I mean, people were I saw them just, asking questions, taking notes, and just learning, and then the networking in between and the lunches. I mean, the lunches were unbelievable, the breakfasts, everything all day. And then after the event was over on day 2, that we couldn't even top it. Everyone's like, hey, you can't top it now. Then we went out to like the absolute coolest place you can go to.
Yeah, this place was awesome. Like literally on the edge of a beach, like seating on the beach, a pier, all you can have food, like everyone just, oh man, it was awesome.
Yeah, we had unbelievable, I think we had like tacos and just Mexican food and all you could eat. And then on top of that, we had a special guest that flew in that got in on Saturday, so they came and ate dinner with us, which was like the hit of the dinner, right? That was Pace MORBY. So he came in, we got to hang out with him. Everyone was like talking to him. I mean, probably 65 people out of the 200 were in sub 2. And really wanted to network with Pace and stuff more. So it might have even been like 70 or 75 people from sub 2 at the end that came. But
it's crazy. Like the energy before Pace came, insane. Like everyone's going crazy, enjoying like each other's companies, talking to you and Carl. But then as soon as like Pace walks through those doors, like energy just goes up like 10 notches. It's crazy. He gets on top of a fucking bus for God's sake. Like makes people go crazy.
He got on top of a bus. Like he's like, all right, let's gather up and do a group picture. So we had like 200 people gather up together. We all had our shirts on, right? And all our deal maker shirts. And
I hope we had our shirts on.
Yeah. I know it was on the beach. Maybe some people didn't. But he got up there and like, how could we get a picture with 200 people? He just climbed up and like started shooting videos and pictures of everybody. And then we're like, damn, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
We sent, our camera crews up there and they got some really cool pictures.
Yeah, that moment, I don't know why, will always be kind of locked into my head for this event. If we do 100 more events going forward, like this one moment, because it was just, you see all these people in one space and then just like, you guys up there. Oh man, it was cool. It was a really cool moment.
That was a cool moment. And then again, we had such a good time. I mean, everybody was just partying, having fun. I know a lot of people got deals done that day, and a lot of people actually made connections that night that are going to be everlasting the rest of their lives, where they're going to be doing deals forever.
100%.
Now we're going into day 3. We start with breakfast. It was actually pretty good that day. And then we went right into it. We kept going. Day 3 was pretty cool because this is the day that literally a lot of the new content that I never taught before in any of my other events were spoke about here. I mean, we talked about annuity deals. We talked about, Chris Moore talked about a whole bunch of different, hot things to do in 2023. These are new things, never went through before. So that was pretty cool. A lot of people that were repeat people, because a lot of people have come to previous events, have seen stuff now that they've never seen. The other really cool thing about day 3 was this was the first day that Pace actually spoke at the event. And literally, when Pace got on the stage and started speaking, like there wasn't an empty seat. Like everybody was focused on hearing what he had to say. And it was just so cool to see. So what we did was we just made a panel of the 4 main speakers, and we just answered questions for like a couple hours. And literally that was like a big hit. So, didn't matter what the question was. Yeah. We just, boom, and everyone gave their opinion on it. We answered it, and, it just made everyone feel so much better and understanding everything that they weren't sure about.
Yeah, what was so cool about that was people came up and like asked a personal question. It was almost like a one-on-one with like 4 people that were like insane in all of their industries. Cause I think about this event as a whole and I'm like, man, it's like a blessing for someone to know someone like you, just one person like you, or to know someone like Carl or Chris or Pace. Like if you just know one of you guys, your life could potentially change. But to get all 4 of you in one room and answer your specific question based on your specific needs is like an opportunity of a lifetime.
We're all good at we're all good at a lot of the same things, but we all specialize in something that's unique. So like we could target every type of thing that's really important to people, So it was just unbelievable to hear how we all thought pretty much the same, but a little bit different in some stuff. But it all made sense and it just clicked with people. All right, so day 3 is over. But again, it's not really over. So what happens? So every single Sunday night, Pace does a Get Creative podcast. And, he's been doing this for years and years, and it's been a big hit. He has thousands and thousands and thousands of people that watch it live, tens of thousands of people that watch it, in replay, right? So he does this every Sunday. So after the event Sunday, he's like, let's do this live. Let's do this live. Let's have an audience. So just to put in perspective, he has done this for years and has only had 1 live audience ever before. And this was the second one he's ever done this way. So we set it up, and our camera guy, Shema, and Muggs and everyone else recorded this live Get Creative podcast for him, and we had the whole audience. So everyone that was there, I don't know how many people were there, probably 60 people or something. A lot of people in the audience, and they were able to be involved and share in that experience. So going forward, every single event that we ever do, Pace will be involved in those, and we are going to do these Get Creative podcasts live after the event Sunday night. So anyone that sticks around is going to be in there. And the cool thing about it, Pace just started giving away a lot of money at these. So he actually gave away like
it was like $5,000 to one person, but he gave more than that to a lot.
So he gave $8,500 away that night, and everyone in the audience voted for who was going to win. So they had a big part of it. That was super cool, and I would love to see other people do these events and stick around for this live podcast because it's a really cool experience.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
What were people's reactions? Like at the end of the event, they were like, "Holy shit! I don't want this to end. When are you doing the next one?" Everybody wants to come back, right? It was over, right? No, it wasn't over. We actually the following day decided that we're all gonna go out and do an event. For the people that actually stayed, we split up into 2 groups. So I would say half the people that were left ended up working with Carl and Chris and doing a big protege meetup. And then the other half of the people went with me and Pace and Munif and a whole bunch of other people. We went and did skydiving, which is crazy. Like,
What's up?
What did you just do?
Man, we just jumped off a plane. That was my first time. It was super cool. It was one of the things on my bucket list. I had to get it done, and now we're done.
90% of the people that came with us, 95% of people had never skydived before. And it was like, let's do something crazy. Let's do something that, you know, it's on people's bucket list that would probably never do. And we just all did it. I mean, we had Effie in there, who's almost 70 years old, that did it. And she was one of the first ones. And after she did it, everyone was like, man, I gotta do it. Like, people were scared. People were scared. 100%. But they were like, if she did it, I'm not gonna not do it. Like, I don't care, I'm doing it. Like, I don't wanna be like, you know. Right. So yeah, big props to Effie because she made it like where you have to do it.
Right.
So
but what was cool about that too, like symbolically, I think everyone had like this like weekend that was super eye-opening to something that they really want to do, and they were super like excited to try when they get back home. And then on Monday we do something where it's like, all right, this is like a huge action, right? This is a huge and scary and daunting task that you're about to do. They jumped out of a fucking plane, and then as they landed, like all these people were like, this is the best like weekend 4 days of my life.
I can tell you that whether people said it or not, they were scared, like beforehand. They were like, what am I doing? And I mean, when you're on that plane and you have to put your feet out the door and you're like, what? And then all of a sudden you're like, why am I doing this? And then you're out. Like, that's a crazy feeling. And then you're going like 120 some miles an hour straight down. But yeah, I mean, it killed a lot of people's fear, something that people thought they weren't ever gonna. A lot of people came to me like, dude, I don't even know why I did this. Like, I wasn't gonna do this. Like, this is crazy. I would never do this. But they did it.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they can do that, they can do, you know, all this other stuff as well.
100%. There were so many people, I feel like in life in general, there's like 2 types of people. There's a person that's like, oh man, yeah, I'd love to go skydiving one day. That's like on my bucket list. And there's the other person that's like, fuck no. I feel like a good amount of those people were the people that would say fuck no. And they were like, people are trying to convince me, and you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do it. It's like, that's the crazy part.
It's true. So yeah, I mean, so what we decided to do now is after every single event to do something crazy. Like the next day, just do something crazy. So like I said, it might be skydiving, it might be bungee jumping, it might be whitewater rafting, it might be something, you know, with, you know, going up mountains, whatever it is, something scary, something that like people don't think they're gonna do but want to do, and something that, you know, that will, you know, leave that lasting impression forever. So we're gonna figure out, you know, based on where we're at, what the coolest thing we can do in that area is for people to do the day after the event.
I think it was like such an amazing like topper to the weekend. Like I don't think you could have wrapped it up any better.
No, for sure. So yeah, I gotta say thanks to everybody that suggested it. Thanks for everyone that came to that. And yeah, that's something that, you know, we'll remember forever. And you know, we all did it together.
3, 2, 1. Hey, you guys got any?
That's so funny.
Hey, you guys need to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I don't know what the video is, but I'm sure it's gonna be cool.
Yeah!